Sagittarius.
Hello Sagittarius, this is your astrological forecast for December 2016, and happy holidays to you, and also happy birthday to you as well. Now we have the Sun and Saturn Mercury in your first house, and that has to do with you, your personality, how you're presenting yourself, what energy is going out towards the world, because they're all in that rising sign for you. So listen, we have Mercury retrograding in your sign, and it will retrograde from the 19th of December straight through January 8th. So we want to make sure that whatever Christmas shopping, holiday shopping that we're doing, we want that completed by the 19th. Better yet, if you can have it all done by the 15th, you're good to go, and you will be out of the stress factors that the retrograde can bring, but also bring funky presents that might have to be returned due to any moving parts or whatnot. That is so typical under retrogrades, right? So we know that. But also it's the way the planets are lined up here in December. We have a long list of beautiful transits. I'll take you through it. There's a lot of excitement going on. There's a lot of positive energy going on. And then we're going to have this beautiful celebration towards the end of the year. So as we know, the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury are all trying to straighten up and secure your path, and you're carving a pretty good path for yourself here with the choices that you're making. Sometimes retrogrades are blessings, you know, when we have this delay, yes, that can be frustrating, which, you know, it will be 3 weeks of things going backwards, but see it as a blessing, that this will give you extended time to figure out which path you're on, how you want it to look like for 2017. This is your chance, Sagittarius, to really tweak things to the way that of your liking, so that you can, down the road in the next 12 months, come to achieve that much more, right? We have Venus too in your second house for money and income, and Venus rules money. So it's in a good place for you to actually look at what it is you're doing, getting all your numbers crunched, and looking not just over what you have achieved thus far in 2016, but actually put down plans and new initiations for how you want your financial picture to look like for 2017. And you also have your new moon in this area, so we can see the first house, personality, your money house flaring up. Those are the most important issues for you here in December. That new moon won't be around before towards the end of the month there on the 28th, but it is in the sign of Capricorn, which will allow you very practical ways of thinking of how you would like to start building a new secure foundation. Now Pluto has been doing a lot of havoc with you for some time, especially those of you born in the first half of the sign. We know there's been transformation, you've been challenged, we know it's been difficult, but then again, those of you born in the first half of the sign should really start feeling the rebirthing of, the restructuring of your financial situation. And so that is the blessing of it. Those of you born midways through the sign, you're pretty much under Pluto's thumb right now, and you're the ones feeling that pressure. But think about it this way. Diamonds are only created under pressure. So if you're going through that pressure cooker right now, know that it's for the long term, that you're actually elevating this area of your life for not just the new beginnings, but transforming it completely, even to the degree where it in time will feel like a totally new incarnation has taken place. But having the new moon, having Venus here, it's definitely bringing these things to your attention. Make the most out of it. Don't go into any new deals or contracts or anything while Mercury is retrograde, because then that can turn funky on you down the road. But it's okay to research and explore and negotiate. And I say negotiate here at Sagittarius because Mars, which is your drive, your dedication towards new goals and so forth, is in the third house currently, and that is all about communication. You might be extra busy to traveling to and fro, because this is also the area of short distance travel, and Mars being really feisty and very dedicated here. It's a busy month, but so was November. Mars is halfway through the sign or halfway through the house as we start off in December. So that tells me that November for you was pretty back to back on catching up. Also with siblings. Siblings might have been and still will be very much so in focus here in December. The full moon is coming around on the 13th in your opposite sign, excuse me, which is in Gemini, and your 7th house for partnerships, long-term relationships, marriage, and so forth. So you'll come to see that this area will be illuminated for you, giving you a time to really just enjoy your partner, maybe to even have some deeper discussions, which could become important. Anything of the way that you're balancing together will be brought up or brought into focus. So you can see this as a harvest. If you planted good seeds here under that last new moon, well then here is harvest time for it. But let's talk about the list of transits, what you can expect and which days it will appear for you. We're starting off December 1st, so happy birthday for anybody there. You will have a great year, not just a great birthday. Excuse me, allergies. But I say a great year because the signature on this day, Mars and Jupiter together, Mars being drive, focus, ambition, physical energy, here receiving this gift from Jupiter, which is always about surplus, it's generosity, it's expansion. This will carry that energy throughout that to December of next year. So any new beginnings starting off here on this day will carry that wave, that frequency. On the 3rd, here we have Mars again. You can negotiate something really powerful that can enhance you and your path. Since Saturn is involved, there's a sextile, which is a great aspect to have. On the 6th, Mars will again have a great aspect, but now to Uranus, and which can open up doors, maybe even unexpectedly or surprisingly at least. Uranus for you is in the 5th house for creativity. So if we put all of those together, that first week of December, my goodness, Sagittarius, you got it made. Because all of this will come to influence you personally. On the 9th, I see the Sun and Jupiter sextiling. Again, a great aspect to have. This is a generous aspect. You might just feel that your spirits are really uplifted, maybe also due to what just took place in the week prior. And on the 10th, we have communication, which is Mercury and Neptune. This is really honing in on your dream. Neptune being our idealism, our spirituality, communicating that. Matters of the heart, matters of the soul. And if you're starting anything new now, while the Sun, which is you, is in conjunction to Saturn in your 1st house. So you can really start something here today and have longevity for a long time to come as Saturn's looking out for you. To really start out not just a full annual cycle, but something that you can have in a very long cycle yet to come. So we can see the first 10 days, you're doing good. Be focused, be aware, be conscious, right? And make the most out of these transits so you can get up and out of that rut that many of you Sagittarians have felt financially, because these opportunities here is a part of the rebirthing aspects for those of you who've already gone through that Pluto experience of creating that new beginning for your financial securities, which has been difficult for very, very many. Now, on the 11th, we have an unexpected surprise coming from Uranus, your 5th house, creativity. It's also children, it's also romance. So the 11th is a wonderful day that you want to mark on your chart. We have then quite a bit of a pause. Not too much happening, except for that full moon on the 13th for partnership that we mentioned. And then, of course, Mercury going retrograde on the 19th. But not much else happening between the 11th and that of Christmas Eve on the 24th. For those of you in Europe, that is your Christmas. That is when you celebrate. And this celebration is absolutely fantastic this year. It starts out with Saturn and Uranus, old traditions versus new traditional, unconventional ways. So you can see a fusion of old and new traditions. And we're also tuning into the 25th, where Venus and Jupiter are trine. And that just shows that there's a lot of love, there's a lot of harmony, great energy, and also that Christmas will be very giving. The gifts this year is Jupiterian. Big gifts, many gifts, plural gifts, that kind of thing. And so there you could come to experience some surprises as well here, Sagittarius. Some of you might even just end up proposing or being proposed to. That is Jupiter and Venus at its best. It's love and bringing it forward with spirit, heart, and soul, and the unexpected surprise of Venus and Uranus on the 25th. Okay, so here we go. It could be your presence that might surprise you. It might be a proposal that might surprise you. But whatever the deal is for each of you individually, because I don't have your chart here, this Venus is also having a great aspect to Saturn, which means that it's lasting either gifts or proposals. I mean, it's sober, it's got great roots. So I'm feeling here, as opposed to what took place on Thanksgiving, where the aspects were a little bit like this, right? There was challenges on Thanksgiving, but Christmas is fantastic. On the 26th, with Jupiter and Uranus opposing one another, well, this is a time where you're probably just wanting to chill because Jupiter has been so present here under Christmas. Well, you might have been eating a lot, right? And you're wanting to take a little break. And whenever Uranus comes to an opposition, it's wanting to break free from something. Now, on the 27th, we have Mercury in two aspects. One is to the Sun, which is you, and it is conjuncting. If you're starting something today, initiating whatever that might be, a new routine, a new hobby, a new habit, new job, I'm feeling it's a day where communication is really well. You are aligned mentally, spiritually, and physically. And plus, Mercury is also receiving energy from Mars, which is action and determination and physical drive and energy towards your goals. Great day to start work again. If you've had a holiday, you will be aligned and you will feel very satisfied, Sagittarius. And this brings us close to the end of the year. When you're looking back at 2016, you might go, well, you know, it was good, but 2017 is going to be even better. And why do I say that? Well, because the Sun and Neptune, the Sun being you and Neptune is vision, hope, dream, idealism, is so beautifully aligned that you will be very psychically open to see what it is that you're putting on that horizon for 2017. It's a great time to put and place those intentions, which you probably already did on the new moon there of the 28th, right? And here we are on the 30th. So the Sun and Neptune are empowering that new moon, placing these intentions into the oncoming year. And let's talk about New Year's Eve, the last day here of 2016, which is Mars, drive, ambition, goals. Well, it is conjuncting Neptune, which are those visions and dreams. So we're starting off 2017 in a fantastic way. More about that when we talk about the 2017 forecast for the entire year, which is coming up here. So look for your New Year horoscope. And yes, that will definitely propel you towards what it is you desire. So listen, Sagittarius, it's always good to read for you. Thank you for following in 2016, and I am looking forward to 2017 for you now.